Всем привет! Здравствуйте! Hello everyone! I don't know if you see me, if you hear me. Please write something in the chat. Hello, Roshan! Здравствуйте! Все слышно, все видно. Отлично, спасибо. I'm fine, Roshan. Thank you. And how are you? Как у вас дела? Да, начинаем calculation. Хорошо. Так. Okay. So let's start. I hope you hear me clearly and we can start, not to waste the time. Okay, that's great. Okay, let's start. I opened my puzzles and I got this puzzle. Middle game. I don't know, maybe it's my weak place. I can't say that openings I am perfect in openings. No, of course no. But middle game is very difficult for me. But okay, let's figure out what's going on here. So let's start. They played, just a second please. They took something on d3. They took pawn on d3. g4. Yes, they took the pawn on d3. Hello everyone. Thank you so much. Надеюсь, постараюсь, никаких ошибок, чтобы не было. Okay, so please help me. They took on d3 a pawn, and I feel if I take queen d3, I think they can take on c3 to weaken this pawn, and then bishop e4 with double attack. The rook is protecting the bishop. Am I right? Bishop e3 first and then take on h5. Maybe let's try bishop e3 in order to protect this square f2. That is the idea, right? Bishop e3. If they play, for example, knight f4, bishop b6, knight h3, they have an extra knight. We have an extra pawn and they have an extra knight, so they are ahead. The knight against the pawn, am I right? Эти задачи 600... Не, это на мой рейтинг, это нормальные, то есть среднего уровня. На этот рейтинг 2700 с чем-то. So knight d3, if bishop e3. What if they play really knight df4 to attack the queen? Rook f4. Can we take rook f4? Because the knight is pinned. Rook f4, rook f4. Just a second, please. Rook f4, rook f4, and knight b6, right? That's interesting. But is this move dangerous? Knight f2. Can we take immediately? G takes h5, knight f2, rook takes. For example, queen takes, h takes g6. They have to take. g8 square is controlled, right? king g6, and something must be here. Rook g1, I don't know. Rook g1 to check the king. Take with rook, yes, you're right. So I don't know the difference between at first bishop e3 or g takes h5. There must be a big difference, but I can't find it. Let's calculate one more time this move, g takes h5. Knight f2 doesn't work, am I right? Rook takes. Or g takes h5 if they take on c3 to weaken this pawn. Then we can, not to pay attention to this bishop, we can take one more time on g6. Pawn takes g6, king takes g6, and then queen g4 with this idea, king h7, queen h5, bishop h6, queen takes h6 with a checkmate. Am I right? Oh, there is no bishop on g7. Более форсированные варианты. Вот я это и хочу, то есть не терять время на ход слон e3, хотя сомневаюсь в своих расчетах. In the end, the bishop pawn d2 is attacked. I hoped to take everything with check. Okay, let's calculate one more time. G takes h5, bishop takes c3, h takes g6, king g6, queen g4, king h7, queen h5, king g7, queen h6 with a checkmate. There is no bishop on g7. That bishop is on c3. Am I right? G takes h5. This puzzle can't be so easy. G takes h5. Maybe something for example, I don't understand the difference. Why not bishop e3? Just not to waste the time. Bishop e3. Because bishop e3 also, it's very interesting move. Maybe they are both are right. Maybe, but one of them is much more better. Maybe. For example, if I play bishop e3, this move also is winning. G takes h5 also is winning, but one of them is much more stronger. G takes h5. Hello. So please help. G takes h5. Let's play on Monday, please. Today let's puzzles, to solve puzzles. GH сыграть, да? Но не всегда правильно. Да. Да, вот я тоже не знаю. Ну, хочется брать. Every time we want to take. I remember from the early childhood, during our training classes, our trainer, coach, every time told us at first, in the beginning, just to analyze taking. Just that's why I'm not sure. Maybe really bishop e3 is correct. Okay, one more time. G takes h5. Let's try to find for black strong protection. Я тоже разницу не понимаю. G takes h5. Let's protect for black. So please write in the comments in chat if besides my voice if you hear some other voices, sounds. I want to understand, to close the window or to let it, to leave it opened. Шах и взятие нападения, да. So, G takes h5. One more time, knight f2. Even rook f1, rook takes f1, it's benefits white, right? Am I right? G takes h5, knight f2. Хорошо. Knight f2. Rook takes, queen takes, h takes g6, king takes g6. Queen g4. At that time I told about this move, right? Instead of queen g4, I told rook g1. But no, I think h takes g6, king g6, queen g4 is stronger, because then king h7, queen h5, now bishop h6, and queen takes h6 with a checkmate. So knight f2 also doesn't work. It can't be so easy. I don't believe. Some secret this puzzle have. What to do? To take? Help me please. To take one more time. Слон Е3 защищает от коня в 2, но настолько это... Вот я тоже об этом думаю. Может быть, действительно, слон Е3 тоже выигрывает. Maybe bishop E3 also with a winning continuation. It's very hard. Just to understand the difference between bishop E3 and G takes H5. Maybe really not to waste the time, but... Okay, the last time, let's calculate this move and to play. G takes H5. I just want to find for black protection, stronger protection. Not just to take on H5. It's, of course, they will lose there. Queen H5, bishop H6, queen H6 with a checkmate. What if they take on E4, bishop E4 check, knight E4? No. They can't protect their king. So, maybe there is another move that we are missing. Maybe. Maybe, really. For black, you mean? Am I right? That's why I want to try to find for black stronger protection than taking on h5 or knight f2. Or maybe they can play g5. G takes h5. Maybe they can play g5 just to close the lines. h6, bishop h8. Can we play queen d7? That's interesting. Really, maybe g5 just to try to close the line. h6, knight f2, sorry, knight f2, rook f2, queen f2, h takes g7, check, king g7, queen d7, king h6 to go back. Maybe. Какая ласка, если видишь ход хороший. Ищи получше. Да, действительно. What if black takes e4 with the rook? That's also interesting, because g takes h5, rook e4. And if we take... no, it's double check. So they have to take, right? Because if there is no double check, they could close with the rook and discovery check and to win a queen. But okay, after h takes g6, they have to take king g6, rook is on e4, right? And then maybe then to do then? G takes h5, rook e4. No, now I understand that it's not easy position. G takes h5, rook e4. H takes g6. King takes g6. Just to play bishop d5. Bishop takes, for example, knight takes, knight f2. Can I sacrifice? It's too difficult to calculate without moving on the board. Really, two continuations that make me nervous. One of them g5 and the second rook e4. What to do? To make a move, then to continue? But what is just without sacrifice? Just go for... Yes, I agree with you. Let's try g takes h5. Угу. Что увидеть, как развивалась игра, тоже интересно. Okay, let's see some moves. Угу. Okay, white wants to checkmate the black king. It's clear for me. That thing I can understand. Just that thing. Knight d3. Okay, let's take on h5 and then to continue to see how they will play. G takes h5. Not bishop e3. Okay, I'm taking g takes h5. Rook e4 or g5. Rook e4. Rook e4. So rook e4. So we have to take with double check. Am I right? Получается, у черных уже давно лишняя фигура была. Но также белые же пожертвовали. Белые, видимо, пожертвовали, чтобы начать атаку. Да, уже сколько ходов там? 6-7, наверное. So, rook e4. We have to take. Of course, it's very interesting for me too. Why not bishop e3? And also I can turn on the engine there and to check with an engine the difference between bishop e3 and h5. Let's take. We have no choice, right? King g6. Rook g1 after I take. Rook g1. Can they play rook g4 with discovery check? It's very dangerous, I think. King g6. Also queen g2 doesn't work. Rook g4, queen g3 doesn't work. Rook g1 doesn't work. Let's just eliminate, I don't know. To find the right move with elimination. Bishop d5 also. I like this move. But maybe it's too slowly. Если же hg, то ладья g4. А там же двойной шах был. Поэтому they had to take on g6. So, rook g1, bishop g5, rook g1, they can close with discovery check. Maybe rook g1, then bishop d5, you mean? Rook g1, rook g4, and bishop d5. You are right. I guess you are right. No. Knight f2. with a fork, with a checkmate, because this rook is controlling the square on g2, right? Rook g1, rook g4, bishop d5, and knight f2 with a checkmate. I like this move, but it's too slowly. Bishop d5. Maybe we can play knight d5. Why not? Knight d5. Mine too. My brain is burning in the beginning of the stream. King g6. So, okay, let's concentrate. There is no check from here, no check from here, no check from here, here, right? Rook g1 doesn't work, queen g3, g2 doesn't work, knight d4 doesn't work. It's left bishop d5 or knight d5. Which one? Ah, queen d3 with a pin. What do you think about this move? Так шах ладьей не подходит. Ладья g1, ладья g4. Queen d3. Am I right? Just to pin? It means that we have an extra knight, and also next move we want to take on e4. If they take bishop c3, okay, we also can take bishop c3, and just to continue that position. And we have a threat, rook g1, just to continue the attack to the black's king. What do you think about that? But I am sure I couldn't find this move in the beginning when I started to calculate g takes h5 to take the rook on f8. It's too slowly, I think. They can play rook g4, discovery check, and then to checkmate. Let's take. I think queen d3 is right. Oh, queen d4. I thought it. He will say that it's over and I won. Queen d4. Okay. Unfortunately, let's continue. What to do? What can I do here? Maybe rook g1 check. King h7. Ah, no. King h7. Queen d4 doesn't work because they will check discovery. King g1, and then they can take on d2 and to have a better position. So queen d4 doesn't work. Knight e4 also doesn't work. Our queen is under attack, right? Queen g3 also. Rook g4. Our queen is under attack. Just to go back also doesn't work. They can play, for example, just to go away from the pin, to be free with rook. If we take, then bishop e4. Queen c2 also doesn't work. Bishop d5, queen d3. What to do? I don't know what to do here. Queen g3, rook g4, knight d4, queen d3. Rook g1, king h7. Rook g7, king g7. The next rook g1. Am I right? For example, king h8. Ладья f3, да. Rook f3 to close. But they can take rook d3 and again. And then they can play rook e1, double check, and with the checkmate. Rook f3 also doesn't work. Bishop to b1. Oh, really? Right. Bishop b1. That's right. Bishop b1. If rook f1, we can take and continue pinning. Bishop b1. So we want to take on e4, right? Bishop b1. Queen d3, bishop takes d3. d5. Okay, we can take on e4 and to win with an extra rook. Bishop b1 is nice. Really? I didn't notice this move. Bishop b1. Really? Atul Kumar, what your rating is? Mine too, Roshan. I couldn't find this move. Bishop b1. Bishop b1. Let's try to find for black an interesting protection. I don't know. Bishop b1, maybe rook f1. Sorry. Bishop b1, rook f1, queen f1, queen d2. Right? And what? Knight d4. With an extra rook. Right? No. If да, слон b1, ладья f1, rook f1, queen f1, and it's still pin. So let's play bishop b1. Really? Atul Kumar, really, what your rating is? Please write in the comments. Bishop b1. I'm playing. I'm worrying. Bishop b1. There is no useful move for black, right? Rook f1, queen f1. Okay, let's play. Oh, why? But your is 1200. But bishop b1 was very interesting move. I'm shocked. But what to do after bishop b1? Okay, we can check after finding the solution that blocks the rook. Yes, I see that this blocks the rook, but what to do for black? They have no useful move. Ужас какой-то. Да ладно, бог с ним, с этим рейтингом. Just rook check. Bishop b1, rook f1, queen takes f1, and to continue pinning. Don't be sad, it's okay. I'm not worrying about rating. I'm just worrying that we have made 3 correct moves in a difficult position, and bishop b1 also, it's very interesting move. Why not? I don't see any protection for black. Maybe here white has a better move than bishop b1. Maybe just that's why. Okay, we will check. Как это в партии посчитать, я даже не знаю. Причем у них рейтинги не такие уж высокие у игроков. Ну, я не знаю. I don't know. Maybe to take rook d4, bishop d5, bishop d5, knight d5. No, rook d2. No. The problem is that I don't know how to continue for white. I liked this move very much. I don't know why is this move is not correct, and I don't know how to find the right solution, the right move. Rook g1, rook g7. Just a second, please. So, okay, let's concentrate one more time. Bishop b1. Rook g1. Take the rook first. It's fork. Where is fork? Knight d4. Queen d3. I don't see any fork here. Rook g1, rook g7 is another line, I guess, which seems good. At first I was calculating this move, rook g1, this variation, but I don't see the right continuation here. Then maybe rook g1, king h8, and what to do next? Let's try rook g1. But I was sure that bishop b1 is much more better than rook g1. Let's try. Oh, it's the right move. So now we have to take on g7, right? Rook g7, or maybe now bishop b1. What do you think? I really don't know the difference. I can't understand the difference. Why at first rook g1 then bishop b1? What is the difference? Queen take, rook check, then bishop b1. Queen take, rook check, but they can take with the bishop and to check my king. Bishop b1 now. Let's play bishop b1. Oh, yes, bishop b1 is... Unfortunately, but really I don't know the difference. Let's check with an engine. Why rook on f1, bishop b1 was wrong move, bishop on g1, rook on g1, bishop b1 was the right move. How to analyze? Continue training. Just a second, please. Ah, here. Do you see? Почему ладья g4 не пошел? Так ладья же связана там. Король же на h7. Take bishop with rook. I think you see, right? I turned on the engine. Avoiding rook f8, rook f1. I agree, but there was no danger even after rook f1, queen f1. Да я даже боюсь представлять там какие плюс 600. Это вообще, то есть получается, it means that if I turn on the difficulty level, it means that I have to solve puzzles over 3400, right? That would be awful, of course. Ладья была связана. Именно вот в этом вопрос, что ладья связана. Ферзем и ладьей. После того, как они съели, белый сразу слон d3. Ладья была связана. Они не могли пойти туда. But okay, let's see here. Bishop b1. He says that king h5. They would go king h5 here. And it's a winning position for black. I can't believe. It's impossible. It's impossible to find such move. At least for me, I don't know. Who can find such move, king h5? Just to be free from this spinning. Knight e4. Knight e4. The problem is that let me switch off. Knight e4. They can take at first. and just then to take with the rook, then to take, and then to take on e1. That's why we should go away from f1, just then to play bishop b1. Now really I understand the difference because of this move, king h5. It's very difficult for me. Okay, but I got a great pleasure from this puzzle. I hope you too. Такой простой ход, да? Очень простой, господи. Okay, so let's continue. It was very difficult for me, but what to do? Let's go forward. So, do you see the board? Okay. Okay, thank you too. Really, your move, bishop b1, was very interesting. But unfortunately, even if I, how to say that in English? Oh, so difficult. It's, I mean, it's my fault that I couldn't find that move rook f1, rook g1. It was very difficult for me. I wouldn't be able to find that move king h5. It was impossible for me to find such move. So, okay, let's continue. What to do? At least we got a great pleasure from that puzzle. Let's go forward. So, it's French defense, right? Yes, it's from French. Yes. They have enough high ratings. Okay. So they took, white took on d4. They took a pawn. 5 pawns for black, 6 pawns for white. White has an extra pawn. Okay, the first move that at first glance I see this move. Okay, I am not sure for this move. My rating is good. Oh, it's just puzzle. I wish that rating would be on Blitz or on Rapid. I decided to try to raise my rating on Blitz and then to be attentive, not to play rated games during my live streams. Maybe someday I will find that free time just to play without streaming, to raise my rating in Blitz. Okay, c takes d4. Let's calculate this move. Rook e8. Bishop e2. So, bishop e2. What to do then? I have nothing to do there, right? Oh, no. I can play c3. Bishop takes, and then queen c4. To attack here, and then to take, or to take on e2 with a checkmate. Am I right? Then queen b5. Maybe c3 is better. Or queen b5. Queen b5 also very interesting continuation with this idea. Maybe the same, but c3. So, okay, I think after rook e8, they can continue bishop e3 in order to go away from d2, not to get an attack from this pawn. Am I right? So maybe your idea, queen b5, is much more better. Or immediately, if queen b5, they can play rook a1. I don't know, but bishop e3, so rook e2. I mean, after rook e8, immediately bishop e3 instead of bishop e2. I thought the queen was in. If bishop block, take the pawn d4. But what about this queen? They can take back, right? Or if they play bishop e3, can't we play queen a5 with a check? The knight b4, also interesting. Also, I want to play queen a5 check and to enter to their territory. I don't know, queen c3, queen a5 check, for example, king e2, queen c3, and then we want to take on d4 because the queen is protecting. Rook e8, bishop e3, then king, knight b4. Knight b4, okay. Rook e8, bishop e3, knight b4, right. It means that we have distracted this bishop from this square, right? Really, it seems the right move. But okay, let's calculate a little bit more. Then, not to be wrong, I don't know. Not to lose a rating again. Rook e8, bishop e3, knight b4. I think you are right. Also, we want to take on c2 besides the rook. If black bishop blocks, knight b4. Yes, you're right. I agree with you. And it's left king d1. Am I right? So we have analyzed bishop e2, c3 and queen c4. We have analyzed bishop e3, knight b4, and it's left king d1. Rook e8 or c3 is the only move to calculate. Rook e8, king d1. Okay, I guess they will play king d1. So queen b5, rook a1. And then queen b2, right? Queen b2, rook c1, and can we take on d4? Knight d4, or there is no need to take on d4, just to play c3 there. Look, rook e8, king d1, queen b5, rook a1, queen b2, rook c1, and c3. What do you think about this continuation? c3, bishop e3, bishop e3. I don't know what to do there. Your rating will... I hope, Roshan, I don't know. Help me, please. So, let's calculate one more time. Rook e8, king d1, queen b5, rook a1, right? Queen b2, rook c1. Either c3 or knight d4. Which one? No one. I don't like c3 or knight d4. No one. Rook c1. Also bishop. No. Maybe bishop f5. Bishop f5 to attack on c2. But this pawn is protected. Hello. Hello, everyone. I don't think there is something else. Oh, Chai Young. Hello. Thank you. Me too. Thank you so much. Are you Armenian? So I guess they will play king d1, rook e8, king d1, queen b5, rook a1, queen b2. I think these moves are needed. Rook c1, bishop f5, or c3. Let's play rook e8, and I will see. I don't know. Why don't you like knight d4 after rook c1? Because I don't know what to do next. I like that move, but I don't know what to do after knight d4. Okay, I took on d4. Where is the threat? I don't see any threat. Oh, maybe. Why not? Knight d4 and then bishop a4 with this threat. Maybe it's too long, but it's useful. I don't know. Is this blitz? It was, yes, it was from blitz. 3 plus 0. And they have quite high ratings. With Kazakhstan? Oh, class. Bishop g5 is the threat. Ah, maybe you mean, bishop f5 you mean. Yes, why not, really? Either bishop f5 or bishop a4, right? After knight d4, bishop e3. Oh, everything is problem. What if king c1 to defending queen b1? Right. Rook e8, king d1, queen b5, king c1. You are right. Why not? After knight d4, bishop g5 is the threat. The queen. Maybe immediately queen b5. Queen b5, rook a1. Queen b2. Oh, why not? Rook c1. If rook d1, then we can check from e8. And we will find something there for sure. So I think they have to play rook c1. Also after rook d1, this pawn is hanging. So queen b5, rook a1, queen b2, rook c1, c3, c3, bishop e3, rook e8 with this threat. And they can play king d1, the same position. There is a lot of defenders, but which is the bigger problem? That's them. And now I start to hesitate between these two moves. Which one is better? Because as you advised, king d1, queen b5, and they can play king c1 also to protect this square. So maybe immediately queen b5 works. Queen b5, rook a1, queen b2, rook c1, and just knight d4. I like this variation because also we want to check from f3, right? And discover attack and to win a queen. Am I right? So with your help, of course. It was not my idea. Queen b5, rook a1, queen b2, rook c1, knight d4 with this threat. Also, we want to take on c2, so they have to play king d1 and then knight a4. Why not? Right? One more time. Queen b5, rook a1, queen b2, rook c1, knight d4. With this discovery threat, knight d4, king d1, and bishop a4 or bishop f5. And again, I don't know the difference between these two moves. It will be very funny if I play bishop f5. He says that is the wrong move. Then bishop a4, yes, is the correct move. Queen b5 wins. Let's try. Really, I like this variation. Okay, let's play. I don't mind about the rating. Let's play. Correct. Queen b2. Great. And knight d4. Knight d4. Correct. Thank you so much with your great help. Great. Really? King d1 and bishop f5 or bishop a4. I imagine if they continue, if they play king d1, which continuation to choose here to be correct, to win. Bishop f5 or bishop a4. Maybe there is no difference, and maybe Lichess would say that both moves are correct. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, let's go forward. Okay. So many pieces on the board. Let's figure out what's going on here. Both are good. Okay. Bishop f5, because queen g4 can happen. Maybe you are right. Just a second, please. Let's go back. Queen b5, queen b2, knight d4. Is this dangerous? Bishop a4, queen g4. Okay, maybe there is no danger. Maybe. No, but it's dangerous. Really, you are right. Bishop f5 is much more better. Yes, you're right. Why to give a chance then, right? Queen g4, bishop f4. Yes, you're right. Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you. Oh, it's another position. Okay, okay, let's solve this one. So, rook c2. 5 pawns for white, 6 pawns for black. But black has an extra quality also, right? Rook and the pawn against the bishop. So rook c2. What if we take on f7? Queen f7, queen g7. Black has an extra quality and an extra pawn. So we must not waste the time, right? Just with checks to checkmate the black's king or to win something. Queen f7, queen g7. Queen f7, queen g7. Queen g7, king g7. Let's play on Monday, please. Not today. Queen f7, queen g7, takes, knight e6. No, I don't like this variation. King f7 at least. Okay. Queen f7, queen g7. Queen g6 also doesn't work. I don't want to trade the queens. What will you advise me? Please help. Queen f7, queen g7. Maybe there is no need to take immediately. Sorry, me please, let's play on Monday. Or maybe, can we play knight e2? Or it's too passive. Knight e2, just to close this black rook's way. No, it's too passive. They can play rook c. Oh, please, don't send the challenge, please. Let's play on Monday. Take other pawn in front of the king after. You mean on g6? But this pawn is protected. Or maybe you mean after queen f7, queen g7, queen g6, queen takes g6, knight takes. No, they can take and then to take queen g6, king g6, sorry. Queen f7, queen g7. Oh. This is not the right time for me. Please ask again later, please. Not right now, on Monday. Rook is pinned, yes. Then take their queen with knight. How to take their queen with knight? Queen f7, queen e6. Looks better, keeping queen on board. Let's calculate. Queen f7, queen g7, queen e6, rook g2. Why not, really? We can take knight g2. Then we want to take this rook. For example, if they play rook c2, and then to take this pawn. And we want to play e6, discovery attack, right? That's interesting. Queen f7, queen g7, queen e6. I guess you are right. Queen f7, queen g7, queen e6. Oh, what to do? I'm not accepting. How can I close this challenge? Do you see it? Queen f7, queen g7, knight e6. If they take, maybe you mean knight g5, king g7, knight f7, king f7. No. Knight d6, queen f7. Maybe queen e6. Someone help me how to explain that I am not playing right now. What to do? I don't want to block. How can I explain that I don't play right now? I'm not willing to play this variant right now. It's the same person. Oh, 4 times I declined his offer and he sent me again and again. Without queen it looks losing. Yes, I agree. Just ignore. Ah, you are right. Maybe I could just Yes, just ignore just to close this window. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, let's continue. Queen f7. I like queen e6. Queen f7, queen g7, queen e6, queen e6, rook g2, king g2, rook c2 check. Where to go? Maybe king. I wanted to take with the knight. Queen f7, queen g7, queen e6, rook g2. I just wanted to take with the knight, right? Knight g2, rook f2, I mean. Maybe. Why not? To play? What do you think about this move, queen f7? I think it's the right move in this position. It's the better move. Who offered? Childing offered. No, no. This pro chassis. You offered this move. Am I right? Do you consider... Hello everyone. Do you consider taking rook first? I don't think so, because they can take with check. Maybe that's why. I just don't want to take to waste the time, maybe. Why not to take immediately queen f7? We can take and then king g3 to play. And to hide behind the pawns, right? Maybe you are right. Okay, let's take and then to see how will they continue and then to decide in the same in that position. So queen f7. I'm taking. I hope it's correct move. Okay, let's play. Oh, great. Queen g7. So to take on e6. Queen e6. Yes, maybe queen e6. How about rook to e2? Rook e2, or maybe you mean knight e2. Now we must decide to do something with our queen, not to leave under attack. Okay, let's take on e6. It's the right move, I think. No trade. Do you agree? Without queen it's hard. Yes, I agree with you. Let's take queen e6. It's correct. Here is a key moment, I think. I want to take with the knight, but also you advised me to take with the king and then to hide behind the pawns, right? And now we must decide which one is better. Knight g2 or king g2? King g2, rook c2, king g3, king takes, king g3. Just to leave this knight on f4, on an active place. I guess your idea is just to stay with the knight here, not to go back, right? So that we can use... Yes. Okay. I just read your message. King seems better in my opinion. Not to go back, to be in a passive place. Maybe you are right. Hello. Okay, so to take with the king? No. How to ignore? I can't ignore. Okay, let's continue. rook g2, king g2, rook c2, king g3. To attack d5 with the knight. Yes, also on g6, right? To force this queen to stay here to continue protection of this pawn. King g2, rook c2, king g3, and yes, there is no interesting continuation for black. If they play, for example, knight c3, to try just to play knight d2 to trade something. What to do there? Also, we can take bishop c3, rook c3, knight d5, and knight f6 with this idea. Okay, I am taking with the king. King g2. Not to be wrong. Okay, let's take. That's great. Thank you so much. You helped me so. Your help is huge. I don't know. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. You can use the knight and then put. Players. What's that? Preferences, privacy? Let other players challenge you. It's in settings. You mean in settings I can close? Preferences, privacy. How to find that? Preferences? Where is privacy? I can't find it. Oh, here. Let other players follow you. Let other players challenge you. If registered only. Then I should change, right? Only friends. If rating. Never. Okay. Not to forget to change. Otherwise, during my Monday stream, I will have no challenges. Okay. So, thank you so much. Oh, okay. He wrote, okay, he understood. So I can change if registered. So, okay. Thank you so much. Okay, let's solve one more puzzle. Okay. So, here is black's turn. White's last move was knight c3. White has 5 pawns. Black has 5 pawns. It's unequal. Material is even, right? Are you going? Just one more puzzle, Roshan. I have more time today. So one more puzzle and then I am running after my daughter. Chess is hard, really. I agree. Okay, knight c6. What do they want to do? Just to take on d8. He wrote that, okay, he understood. Только потом не забудьте включить. Вот эта проблема вот в этом. Он написал, что он, типа, он понял, что сейчас не надо отправлять запрос, а продолжает отправлять. Okay, let's preferences one more time. Privacy and never. Please remind me after this stream again to change. And now if I go back, it will be another position. But okay, what to do? Oh no, it's the same. That's great. I'm thinking about rook h2. Just calculating because of... Yes, I also... What your rating is? At first glance, I also saw this move, rook h2, then queen h4, but I am also not sure What to do next? King g2, queen e4, check. For example, king g1, and then I can take nothing, right? I will go live on Monday to play. Oh, 2400 in Lichess. Oh, that's great. That's why you advise me to make an interesting moves. Okay, that's great. So rook h2, king h2, queen h4, king g2, queen e4, king g1. The king can run the light squares. Если слон g6, слон g3 вы имеете в виду? Also an interesting move. Bishop. Now I got a message. Okay. Please play with me. Okay, I will answer after this stream. Rook h2, king h2, bishop g3. F takes g3. Rook d2 to open the rook's way. That's interesting. На f6, ферзь d5, ладья d2. Disable chat too. Oh my god. So rook h2, king h2, bishop g3, f takes g3, rook d2. If king h1, then queen d5, queen g2, checkmate. If king g1, then queen g3, queen h2 or g2, checkmate, right? One more time. Rook h2. It's left to calculate king g1. But okay, king g1 also we can no, we can't take on g3 in that variation because of this checkmate. So we have to play with checks. Rook h2, king g1. Okay, rook h2, king g1, we can just play queen h5. Just to leave this bishop here. What if knight d8? What if knight d8? And to protect h1 square. Я считал без надежд. Immediately bishop g3. If immediately bishop g3, then queen e7 with a checkmate. I think rook h2 maybe. King h2, then bishop g3. Okay, this variation we won. Rook h2, king g1. What to do here? Queen d5, and now king h2. Or they can even take on d8 and protect their. No, they can't take because of rook h1 with the checkmate. So rook h2, king g1, queen d5, they have to take king h2, right? And again, I don't know what to do. Queen d5, then rook b8 to distract the queen. And after sacrifice on h2. Really? Queen d5, king g1, rook b8. For example, queen a6. Actually, rook h1 is bad. After rook 7, king g1 and then rook h1. Queen d5, king g1. rook b8, queen a6, and then what to do then? Very difficult position. King g1, maybe to check, king h1, queen d5, king g1. No, I don't know what to do. What about knight g4? Is it bad? I don't know. Knight g4, you mean immediately? Right now? Instead of rook h2? Knight g4. What if they take? Rook h2, king g1. And what to do next? Because if we check, they can take with the queen. Король g1, ферзь h5, ладья h2, king g1, queen h5, and knight d8. And we can't check from h1. They will take our rook. Maybe really queen d5 with this idea. Queen d5, king g1, king d5, queen g1. What if rook h2 right now? We want to checkmate from h1 or from g2. Queen d5, king g1, rook h2, king h2, bishop g3, f takes g3, queen h5, king g1. No, I can't find the solution. Thank you so much. Hello. Rd5, f3. Queen d5, if f3, then just a second, please. Queen d5, if f3, queen d2, and then to attack here. Queen h5, queen h5, h4, queen f3, king g1, rook h4, g takes h4, and queen g4 check, king h1, queen h4, and queen h2. Am I right? Queen h5 is good. I'm thinking line up the queen with the rook, and if pawn comes down, then check it with the queen and the knight. Rook h2, queen h2. We have analyzed that. I guess this variation was good for black, but after rook h2 they could play king g1. Он будет ходить. Вот в том-то и дело, что он будет ходить король g1. Король h2 не будет брать. Really, I think queen h5 is an interesting continuation because it's the only move. h4, queen h5, h4, queen f3, king g1, rook h4, and we want to checkmate from h1. They have to take g takes h4, queen g4 check, king h1 is the only continuation, forces continuation for white. Queen h4, king g1, and queen h2 with a checkmate. So queen d5, then rook b8 to force white queen to go in a6. Then we can attack the king Maybe queen d5 also an interesting variation, but it's forced. Yes, queen h5 is forced variation. Queen h5, h4, queen f3. Knight to do something. Just don't know what. Yes, it's fourth variation. Let's play. I don't know. Let's play. Queen h5. Okay. Queen f3. Okay. And again, with your great help, pro chess. Thank you so much. But it means that you gave a hint to me. Okay. I need your help. I want to be helped. But it's unfair to raise a rating with your great help. Thank you so much. What can I say? I'm so happy. Okay. Knight something. Okay. It was great. I don't know. I'm very happy for today's 3 wins with your great help, with your interesting variations. А чё он король g2 не пошел? А куда ему пойти король g2? Так просто забрать. Queen h2, and then king f3. What to do? Maybe to go back. Queen h5. Somewhere we can win for sure, I think. Queen h2, queen h5, king g2, and just now we can play queen d5. If here, then checkmate from h1. If here, check, here, and check. Oh, maybe it is checkmate. Maybe. Ага. Вот конем и пошли. Okay. Okay, what can I say? It was unfair. I won with your great help, but okay, I am very happy. What time at Monday do you stream? At night, 11:30 Armenian time, 11:30. Okay, so okay, thank you so much as usual for joining, for participating. Let me change just a second, please. Not to forget, it was preferences, privacy, and if registered. Okay, I've changed it. So let's read the messages and to finish for today. Where you at? I'm from Armenia. If you mean where I'm from, am I from? You can see queen d5 in first, please. I closed the position, but I remember the position. If queen d5, then they could just go to g1, if I'm not mistaken. King g1, rook h2, and just at that time to take king h2, if I'm not mistaken, and there was no danger for the white king. You speak Spanish? No, unfortunately, just Russian and English. Все, я уже включила вызовы. Okay. Okay. So, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you one more time, again and again. See you on Monday. Don't forget to join on Monday's stream. Take care of you.